What will happen to the cocaine that we made tonight?
Venderlo por ahí, peruano más que todo. Muchas personas adictas acá en Lima.
What do you think about the cocaine trade?
Porque si no hubiera consumidor, no hubiera producción.
It's about 10 o'clock at night. I'm in the back of a taxi in the southern portion of Lima. And for the last several weeks, we've been working on some sources who say they can get us access into a cocaine laboratory here in the city. We don't really know these guys that well. It seems, quite frankly, dangerous.
Traditionally, cocaine is processed in mash pits in the jungle. But production has ramped up so much that the city is now filled with a series of underground laboratories. The cocaine lab we visited is right in the middle of one of the worst favelas in Lima. This is not a place you want to walk around at night.
¿Ya empezó ya?
Sí.
No me avisas.
How did you become such a good chemist?
Yo nací en la selva y desde chiquito aprendí porque ya los ancianos siempre lo procesaban y uno de chiquito los ayuda y te empiezan a enseñar.
Sí. What's the first stage of the process?
El alcaloide batificado, 1 kilo, es del braille.
And how much cocaine will this make?
800 gramos.
It smells, it's very strong.
Este tenemos que molerlo, pulverizarlo con el molino que está ahí, mezclarle con acetona.
What's the most you've ever made at one time?
50 kilos, una semana. Cuando vinieron a Perú los colombianos, nos enseñaron mucho. Para que modernizaban los procesos, porque acá en Perú no sabían casi procesarlo. Alcohol, mezclarle con la pasta básica, lo limpia y lo va a sacar la grasa.
So now he's taking the basic paste that's been washed with the rubbing alcohol and he's mashing it into a ball like dough. He jerry-rigged a 30-ton car jack into a press, and we're now compressing the basic paste like a pancake. Some of the oil is leaking out into a pan. This is one of the key factors when it comes to purity. How many hidden labs do you think are like this?
Debe haber varios, ¿no? Clandestinamente, sí, porque nadie, este es ilegal, ¿no es?
And why do you think you're so well known as a chemist?
Porque me gusta hacerlo y lo disfruto, ¿no? Haciéndolo.
What do you think about Durando and the counter-narcotics forces in the VRI? Are they effective at stopping the flow of cocaine?
No, sí lo hacen, pero por etapas. Lo hicieron desde el año, en el gobierno de Belaúnde, empezaron a erradicar por el lado de Monzón, de los lados del oriente. Pero siempre vuelven a plantar de nuevo. Erradican un año y el otro año ya están plantando. Y la planta crece rápido.
Right.
No han tenido éxito hasta ahorita, porque la producción sigue. A los que viven en el Braille es algo normal, porque lo han visto desde chiquitos.
It's starting to melt down, and what we're doing now is basically cooking off all the alcohol that they used to purify it.
Que hierve,
Yeah.
para que se evapore el alcohol.
See?
Sin alcohol, sin agua, sin humedad,
See?
sin agua.
The smell is really intense. It's not chemical and it's not organic. It's kind of like a smell of both simultaneously. You think about the money side, he's gonna make like $500 for cooking this kilo at the end of the day. The cocaleras make even less. The means of production is separated from the distribution, and the further you go up the food chain, the more money you make. Do you know anything about the routes of how the cocaine travels?
No, se dice Perú, Panamá, Panamá, Estados Unidos, Perú, México, Estados Unidos, o va directo también a Europa, por las distintas modalidades, por avión, por barco.
Yes.
Mira, ahí desaparecieron las burbujas. De ahí voy a echarlo, el alcohol, el acetona acá, disolver todo, y ya voy a hacer un filtro y voy a echarlo ahí, para que filtre.
This is the last stage of the purification process. It's pouring acetone into the main pot and then filtering it out through this makeshift filter that he made. Oh my God, the smell is from the acetone. The smell is crazy. You told me that if people saw how cocaine was made, they'd never use it, huh?
En el proceso de la pasta se utiliza cal, querosene, ácidos,
Yeah.
bicarbonato de sodio, ácido muriático. Es mala para la salud, pero lo hacen.
How much do you hope to sell this kilo for?
Voy a ganar entre $200 y $300.
They say that the street value of a kilo of coke in the U.S. is over 90 grand.
No tengo idea qué pensar, porque me sorprende que tanto lo adulteran.
The most dangerous and difficult part of this process is the hydrochloric acid. It took them 24 hours to find it because it's a prohibited substance. Basically, the next stage of the process is mixing the hydrochloric acid with the liquid cocaine base that we've purified. When it does, it should create a chemical reaction. The fumes are fucking intense right now. It's kind of burning my eyes. This whole thing's happening on a stove attached to a fuel basin here. I wouldn't say there's a lot of safety protocol going down. We're looking at the chemical reaction that's happening. You can see it just bubbling up, little bubbles popping up everywhere, boiling, and you can see it's turning into a paste-like substance. That's 100% pure cocaine right there. We came into the house about 10 o'clock at night. It's now 2:30 in the morning. The cocaine is cooking up right now. You can see it. It's gonna take 6 more hours to cook completely. From here, he puts it back in the press and cranks it down. And then it goes into a microwave that's downstairs in a room we can't go in. And that dries it out completely. And then he packages it just like into this. I will say, this is the first kilo of cocaine I've ever opened. But I appreciate the implications of what this thing means. When you get 60 people shot over a weekend in Chicago, 60,000 people killed in the last 4 to 6 years in Mexico. It all starts in a lab like this. It's the final product right here. It's a kilo of cocaine, ready, set, blow.
I got caught in the Peruvian airport of Jorge Chavez. The fucking idiot that did the job for me put cable wire in it, and it went off in the middle of the sector, so.
I was definitely a Christmas present to the police.
Reacciona.
So this means cocaine.
Inmediato.
Over 2 kilos of liquid cocaine.
2 years.
You have 2 more years.
2 more years.
And then you can go home.
Now I'm scared to go back to my country.